Good Friday evening, November 15th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The Washington State Department of Health has recently reported an increase of whooping cough in north central Washington and statewide. The city of Chelan is pondering its options after voters turned down the creation of a special tax district. Rain mixed with snow in the forecast for Saturday, with more rain expected on Sunday. Your much cooler local weather forecast is coming up. A fatal three-vehicle collision on Highway 28 near Rock Island today injured the occupants and forced the highway to remain closed for more than an hour. It happened about 1:30 near the intersection of the highway with South Union Avenue. The collision involved a semi and left one of the other two of the vehicles on its roof, where rescuers had to extract them from the car. The Washington State Patrol said the crash involved at least one fatality. The cause of the wreck wasn't immediately known, nor the condition of the survivors. The Washington State Patrol is investigating, and you can find any updates about this wreck on our website at ncwlife.com. If you saw any helicopters or a large first responder presence on the Columbia Elementary School campus, don't worry, it was just a training exercise. The training simulated a bus crash where volunteer students were assigned different injuries and wore makeup that resembled real wounds. The simulation was led by Confluence Health and participating agencies, including the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department, the Wenatchee School District, Life Flight, and Airlift Northwest. The goal of the simulation is for the agencies to identify improvements in how they would respond to a large-scale event such as this one. Students who participated in the training are part of Wenatchee High School's EMT program, and they got a first-hand look of what they'd be doing if they pursued careers as first responders. State Representative Tom Dent of Moses Lake is one of a handful of Republicans who will advise Governor-elect Bob Ferguson on how to approach his first 100 days in office. Dent says the Democratic winner of the governor's race approached him earlier this week to join the transition team. Dent told NCWLIFE News he hopes to focus on issues surrounding Washington's Department of Children, Youth, and Families, as well as agriculture and other issues important to his constituents. Dent says for him, joining the bipartisan transition team was a strategic choice.
A Democrat administration is coming in, and why does he ask for Republicans on there? And why would a Republican want to serve on that, I think maybe is a question that I have been asked. I look at it this way. If you're not at the table, then you're the meal, right? So anytime you have an opportunity to be there and have some input, whether it's small or large, I think you need to take that opportunity to do that. To just not be engaged in the process at all and then complain about what you get. I do want to have an opportunity to talk about the things that concern me and put my 2 cents in, whether it matters or not. I guess we're not going to know that until we get close to, we get into mid-January sometime, right?
Also joining the Ferguson transition team is Leavenworth Mayor Carl Flory, who's made affordable housing a centerpiece of his administration. He told NCWLIFE News today he's a newcomer to the governor's transition process, but he's looking forward to the challenge.
I've had conversations with him in his campaign over the housing issues and tourism-related issues. So that's one of the things. And also I'm a representative for Association of Washington Cities, and I've got the most small cities of any of the districts. And so kind of the small city perspective on some of those things, some of the issues that I hear. And we're, as you know, Leavenworth itself is unique in that it's kind of a big, small city. So we don't have a lot of those same issues. But there's a lot of small cities that are struggling because they don't have the kind of retail, income that we have here. And so that pushes a lot of strain on small cities and their resources. Yeah, I'm excited to give input. As you know, I don't hold back, and I can have a lot of ideas and things I'm looking forward to sharing with Governor-elect Ferguson.
Washington health officials are warning of higher than usual rates of whooping cough throughout the state. As of November 2nd, there have been a total of 1,303 cases reported in the state, compared to just 54 cases around the same time last year. This year, the Chelan-Douglas Health District has reported 63 cases in Chelan County alone, giving it the third highest rate of whooping cough in the state, and 24 cases in Douglas County. Also called pertussis, the disease is especially dangerous for infants. Health officials recommend a regular schedule of vaccination against whooping cough for children, adolescents, and adults. When we come back, Washington State Patrol District 6, which includes a huge part of central Washington, is getting 4 new troopers on the road. And the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest is now offering $5 tree cutting permits for this season. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
I'm Jim Heinlein, and I've been working with you all for about 20 years now. And it's safe to say I've seen most every situation as it relates to annual election period. This AEP is going to be like a tsunami. It's not tall, but it's huge in effect. And when the water retreats, you're going to see the damage to those who didn't react properly. So what is a proper reaction? Well, call a local insurance professional like Springwater Insurance. We have already developed a strategy for those of you who need a change. Give us a call at 509-888-2600.
The city of Chelan is pondering its options after voters there turned down the creation of a special tax district. The Transportation Benefit District would have generated an estimated $900,000 in new sales tax towards street, sidewalk, and bridge projects, including a refurbishment of the Wooden Avenue Bridge that would reopen it to two-way traffic. The tax measure failed in the November 5th election by just 25 votes. A large portion of the tax would have been paid by Chelan tourists. The city will reprioritize its transportation projects toward those that can be funded through grants. Mayor Aaron McCardle told Chelan County Commissioners earlier this week a new version the measure could be brought back to voters in the future.
I think we need to get real clear on what this bridge project would cost moving forward. Again, the data that we have and all of the work that we've done is almost 10 years old. And it's a passion project for the community. But we also need to be fiscally sound in recommendations that we have and make sure that everyone has all the information necessary to make a non-emotional opinion or stance on that. So there's definitely some big buckets around better communication, updated data on projects, and clarity around financial impact that I think we can do a better job on moving forward.
Washington State Patrol District 6, which includes a huge part of central Washington, is getting 4 new troopers on the road. Troopers Jasmine and Kunder on the left will be assigned to patrol state highways in Okanogan County. Troopers Irwin and Ellis on the right are assigned to the Columbia Basin. The State Patrol District, based in Wenatchee, announced the additions to the team last week. It's almost too early to start thinking about Christmas, but the U.S. Forest Service wants you to know your holiday tree is waiting for you out in the woods. The Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest is now offering $5 tree cutting permits for this season. Permit holders can cut a tree on forest land up to 15 feet high with certain restrictions. You can buy your permit through the Forest Service website, at certain local vendors, and at local ranger district offices, including the Wenatchee River Ranger District in Leavenworth. Coming up next, the Wenatchee School's all-district musical Charlie and the Chocolate Factory premieres this weekend. We'll have more coming up in tonight's feature story. Wet and cooler weather is in the forecast this weekend, along with heavy mountain snow. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Save up to $1,000 on hot spring spas or buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. Why shop anywhere else? Central Washington Water. They service what they sell.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
British children's author Roald Dahl is having a resurgence in pop culture. This week, the Wenatchee School's stage 1 of his works is their all-district musical. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory features about 150 young actors putting on the story of a young man exploring a magical candy maker's paradise. The show takes off this weekend and next at the Wenatchee High School Auditorium. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz spoke with the star of the show, Cade Devereaux, and director Paul Atwood.
I found out about this role when I was in 7th grade, I think, and immediately when I heard the songs and the music, I was like, this is my dream role. And then I guess it was perfect because this rolled around and I have the wonderful opportunity to play him. So,
is it easier to play a significant role with a lot of stage time and a lot of scenery chewing, knowing you've been doing this since you were like 5? Does it make it a little easier?
I think so. It's pretty similar to Spelling Bee in the sense that we're kind of on stage the entire time, at least my role. So I've definitely had a lot of time to prepare. You know, I've been acting since I was 5, so I think so, yeah.
2 Charlies, which really alleviates the workload. How's it working out with the 2 kids? Different chemistry, different. How's that, knowing that you're that back and forth between the 2 different Charlies?
It's going pretty good. They both play Charlie pretty similarly, but their differences are something I can really lean into. So it's great to see the variety and be able to work with that.
This is the All District Musical, which means basically if you go to the Wenatchee Public Schools, you can try out for any role you want. So you have to find a show that fits ages
that's
6.
conducive to like from 2nd grade up to 12th grade.
So you came up with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
This has always been on back of my mind, and there hasn't been a really good version of it until like 5 or 6 years ago. It was on Broadway, and they revamped it and made new songs and stuff like one we are hearing right now. Each fun character has their own song.
Okay.
This is Augustus Gloop, and he sings his own little Bavarian song, you know, when he's introduced. It's great. It's songs that were added by Mark Shaman, who also wrote the music for Hairspray.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's very clever. And you'll get a taste of the old songs, too, that we heard when we were introduced it back in, 75?
Or before that, actually. I'm a little older than you, Paul, but not much older. So you're kind of limited in the ability of the shows you can pick. Not only do you have to do a show that
for an all-district musical, yes.
So you talk about the vetting process. How did you get down to this?
Well, and I've been fortunate enough that I actually haven't repeated any of the old ones. I mean, I'm always proud of myself, or Kelly and I, when something new comes up, because I like introducing people to new stuff. Yeah. And so when this version came available last year, we grabbed the rights as soon as possible.
Time for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Friday. Not a bad day out there. A mix of clouds and sun. And outside our weather window from this afternoon, boy, just a beautiful shot from our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera. And that's up north in Okanagan County. There is Pateros right there. But the way the sun plays off the clouds along the hillsides made for beautiful video this afternoon up in Okanagan County. I'll tell you, we've got a couple of storm systems we're going to tell you about. The first one is this weekend, and that is going to bring some heavy mountain snow beginning Saturday night. Winter driving in the Cascades, and we are talking Stevens Pass. Check that out. 18 to 24 inches of snow. Blewett Pass, 4 to 6 inches, and that even could spill over into Chelan. Omak could pick up some snow, and I think we will even see some snowflakes on the valley floor here in Wenatchee either Saturday night or early Sunday morning. The second storm, it's coming next week, and we'll talk more about that as well. But today's high temperature, it was mild out there. 51 our high, 44 is our normal high for this time of year. With that breeze, though, this afternoon, it kind of felt a little chillier than that. 64 is our record high temperature, and that was set in 2021. 36 this morning, 31 is our normal low, and 15 our record low. That was set in 1978. 7:06, the sun came up this morning, and it set this afternoon at 4:24. All right, let's get into those Saturday temperatures and notice the cool down, about 10 degrees for all of us. 41 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, only 40 for Quincy, Wenatchee, Aniat, and Chelan. 39 the high temperature tomorrow in Omak, and even a little bit cooler up in the upper elevations. Lake Chelan, or Lake Wenatchee, I should say, high temperature tomorrow at 37 degrees. So yeah, we're cooling down back into more winter-like temperatures. Tonight, mostly clear skies. Our ridge of high pressure, it'll hold on for one more night before things begin to change. We'll see lows tonight very chilly, down into the upper 20s, and look at all of the blue. These are all teen and 20-degree temperatures. For Saturday, cloudy skies. Yeah, we're going to see that trough of low pressure right there bring some rain mixed with snow in our afternoon. An 80% chance of it. It's going to continue into our Saturday night. High temperatures, as we mentioned, tomorrow only around 40 degrees. On Sunday, this is our morning look at Sunday, a 90% chance of rain, and not much is going to change throughout the day on Sunday. The good news, mainly rain showers, because we'll warm up into the mid-40s for high temperatures on Sunday. And then on Monday, are really the only dry day we have in our 7-day forecast. Partly cloudy skies for us and cooler, highs in the low 40s to kick off our next work week. By the time we get into Tuesday, here is storm number 2, and look at the size of this thing just off the coast of Washington. Bring a lot of wind into the Cascades, some snow as well. This is early in the day, and that'll fill in late in the day on Tuesday. At least a 60% chance of rain and snow. High temperatures only in the upper 30s for Tuesday, and then on Wednesday that low just stays parked off the British Columbia and Washington coast. So once again we'll see a 60% chance of rain and snow, with high temperatures still on the cool side, right around 40 degrees. For Thursday, cloudy skies, a double shot of low pressure off the coast. We're talking a 50% chance of mainly evening showers, and this will be in southern Washington. Then it will fill in throughout the evening. We will see warmer temperatures on Thursday. Notice the southwesterly flow. High temperatures then in the mid-40s. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, 36 overnight tonight, and then get ready for a wet weekend. Rain and snow on Saturday and 46 for the high on Sunday, with a 90% chance of rain. A little bit of a break from the wet stuff on Monday before we get wet again Tuesday through Thursday. A good chance for rain mixed with snow, and cool temperatures, 37 Tuesday, 40 on Wednesday, and 46 your high temperature on Thursday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Happy finally Friday. The Seattle Kraken have won 3 straight at home after a 3-1 win over Chicago last night. After a scoreless first period, Manny Beniers started the scoring in the second as Seattle dominated the game both ends of the ice.
Stanley Cup. I want a Stanley Cup. McCann has Beniers. He scores! That's hockey, baby! What a finish by Manny Beniers, set up by Jared McCann. And the Kraken break the ice. To center ice. Stevenson moved up. Well, that thing was there, and that's what... Schwartz scores! Goal number 200 in the NHL career of Jaden Schwartz. As Donato shot his body down by DeCord, the rebound, he recovers, and he does not get it. Ryan Donato, with a second effort, will bank it home. Bertuzzi. Reichel's in, stopped by DeCord, his best. In the skates of Kurashev, Oleksiak will clear it off a stick off Jones wide. No icing because of that tip. 22 seconds left. Bedard mishandles tennis. Empty net goal. Turbo scores again. 4 goals in his last 3 games. He'll put this one away.
Seattle continues the homestand with 2 against the New York teams this weekend. They'll host the Islanders tomorrow at 1 o'clock and then Sunday against the Rangers at 6, both games on Kong TV. Well, the college football weekend kicks off tonight in Seattle. Huskies are hosting UCLA at 6 o'clock on Fox. Eastern Washington hosts Idaho State tomorrow at 1 on ESPN+. Central Washington wraps up the regular season at home tomorrow at 1 o'clock against Western Oregon. 18th ranked Washington State is on the road Saturday night at New Mexico. That game kicks off at 6:30 on FS1. With a 4-5 record on the season and 0-2 mark in the NFC West, Sunday's game at San Francisco feels kind of like a must-win game for the Seahawks. Seattle and the Niners kick off at Levi Stadium, 1:05 on Fox. The Seahawks will be without center Connor Williams. Coach Mike McDonald announced after today's practice that Williams has announced his sudden retirement. Williams had been out for personal reasons all week. Second-year center Olu Oluwatimi will start in his place. The Rams are on the East Coast for a morning kickoff at 10 o'clock on Fox against New England. Arizona has a bye. Congratulations to the Manson Trojans volleyball team. Manson repeated as state champions last night with a straight set win over Adna to capture the 2B title at the NFHS Network had the broadcast. Congrats to the Trojans winning their 7th trophy in school history and back-to-back state championships. Waterville Mansfield also ended its season on a winning note yesterday at the state 2B tournament, downing Liberty Christian 3-1. That's the 1B tournament. After dropping the first set 25-27, Shockers came back to win 25-15, 16, and 20 to take 7th place. The state 2A and 1A tournaments got underway this morning. Toppenish was facing elimination after falling to Archbishop Murphy in the straight sets this morning. Ellensburg advanced to the quarterfinals with a 25-5, 8, and 12 win over Mark Morris. Cashmere moved on to the quarterfinals of the state 1A tournament with a straight set 25-15, 17, and 21 win over Lakeside 9 Mile Falls. The Bulldogs will face Cedar Park Christian tonight at 8 o'clock after they beat Olmac in the 3-set 25-23, 16, and 22 first-round matchup. Pioneers were to face Lakeside in a loser-round match. Chelan began its quest for a 5th straight championship against Kalama. Next up for the Goats would be a matchup with Linden Christian or Stevenson. State football tournament officially gets underway this weekend. We'll start it off with the little guys. Waterville Mansfield faces Wilbur Creston Keller at Lions Field and Moses Lake tonight at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow finds Moses Lake Christian at Nacelle at 1. Entiat takes on Garfield Palouse in the Apple Bowl tomorrow at 4. Elmira Cooley Heartline meets Inchelium tomorrow at Lions Field and Moses Lake at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow is the 2B tournament. Friday Harbor plays at Okanagan at 11 a.m. Liberty Bell hosts Adna at 1 o'clock. Omac's first game in the state 1A tournament tomorrow at Montesano. That kicks off at 1 o'clock. Winner will meet La Center. Cashmere awaits the winner of Zilla and Nooksack Valley next weekend. Royal takes on the winner of Cascade Christian and Linden Christian. Othello will host Seaholm tomorrow in the state 2A tournament at 2 o'clock. Prosser is at West Valley of Spokane at 3. East Valley of Yakima is at Franklin Pierce at 4 o'clock. Tri-City schools are all that's left of note in the state 4A tournament. Richland plays at Kennedy Catholic tonight at 7. Kabika visits Sumner tomorrow at 1 o'clock, while Chiawana hosts Puyallup at 4 o'clock. State soccer tournaments also continue in the quarterfinals tomorrow. We'll start with the B schools. Tonasket faces Cross Point Christian tomorrow in Kingston. That'll be at 1:30. Cashmere plays host to Clahoya at 1 o'clock in the 1A tournament tomorrow. Ellensburg continues its quest in the 2A tournament. That'll be at Columbia River tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Wenatchee Wild continue their longest homestand of the season with games Saturday and Sunday at the Town Toyota Center. Wenatchee hosts the Calgary Hitmen tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Then on Sunday, Kamloops Blazers are in town for a matinee at 4. That's a look at sports news. Have a great weekend.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. When you have a second, we'd love for you to take our online survey about NCWLIFE news and programming. Your responses will help us better serve the North Central Washington community. You can find that survey on our website at ncwlife.com. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great weekend.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.